So remember that they are changing my voice. Please excuse the background noise because they're filming me, so I have to make this video with the windows down, the door open, what have you. And also consider that this video is about a parable. It's not about physical threats or insulting anyone. It is about making it clear to people that what they're doing is wrong and that they need to learn the moral of the story. While they can do something, to some degree, to try to somewhat begin to try to make it right in what little time we have left. This video is about the parable of the bridegroom returning. And it is about a story of what happens when God sends his son at the end of the Bible and females shunned him. The community didn't rally to him to give him his rightful place so that women would present themselves to him when he's called the bridegroom. It's about people who were immature, saying that's not what the Bible is about because their races are sexually exploiting other people and their family members are very much involved and they want to pretend and use psychology where even children are raped. So as you can see, even in Psalm 45, which is the Old Testament, it makes it clear that females are supposed to submit to the king, right? Everyone's supposed to submit to the king, especially attractive females, single or otherwise, right? Because they're the subjects of God, and I, Christ, am the bridegroom. So what happens in the parable is God's son comes down to earth, is born in this earth, his soul comes down. He's raised, and it's sort of the ugly duckling effect, right? Because he's different when he's young, a lot of people, they don't like him. They talk behind his back, what have you. He's kind of more athletic and greater warrior than the other people are. He develops more quickly because God is a warrior, so he's mature, this kind of mature genes. And he's beating people at wrestling and so on and so forth. And as he's growing up, as he gets older enough to kind of discard wrestling and go into striking arts, percussive arts, he really starts to set himself apart from other people. The government is very jealous. The military, the police, they're jealous. Other people who do martial arts are jealous. And they start conspiring against him with the churches, with various satanic groups, political groups, hate groups, you name it. Okay, English royals, rich people, you name it. And to get a kick out of the process and to kind of harass them for not being gay, like in Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, they order everyone in their network to tell their family members and everyone they can to shun them, to not date them. And so they use the technologies of the time, etc., to run psychological operations on them with military-grade psychology. And people are teaching versions of the Bible that are obviously false. Everyone is teaching a laughable and sick and deranged version of the Bible, but God's son. So as this is occurring, okay, God and the angels come down and they flog everyone 100 times. They flog the parents of the females 200 times. And they flog the governing class, the rich, the English royals, you name it, thousands and thousands of times. Okay? Then their souls rapidly rot. They live pitiful lives. And they're thrown into the lake of fire. One of them, while they're burning and screaming, even though it's hard to make out what they're saying, says, well, why did you do this? Okay. Another one barely manages to say, well, of course God did this, you idiot, before the excruciating pain overtakes them. They look around, they see their friends and family. They know they let each other down, but the pain is too unbearable. God's son says, I told you so. God forms for him a suitable helper, unlike the women, or rather the females of the planet that he went to, who utterly betrayed him and never, ever, anywhere near grew up. What do you think the moral of this story is?